welcome to The Story. I'm Serenity Dawn, and today I'm going to tell you a little bit about who I am, why I'm here, what I hope to accomplish, and turns out that it is also a booktube tag. Some of these questions that I was asking myself before I got started were the same questions that had been going around Booktube. So without further ado, here are the 10 questions that are going to be asked today. The questions will be in an interview type format where I'll ask a question and then I'll answer it. And so yeah, let's get to it, shall we? 1. Why did you start this channel? Because I love to read and I like, finding the similarities and the differences that people have when they read the same book or story, and what different people have gleaned from their experience. And last fall winter I was talking with a friend about books, and I learned that I really enjoy the process of discussing and dissecting the stories and the characters and plot lines and just the little things that are in between the lines of the stories. And I wanted to continue that. I wanted to share my experiences with you, and I wanted you to share your experiences with me. And I just thought it would be very beneficial to do that through this venue. So, yeah, here I am. Number 2, what are some fun and unique things that you can bring to Booktube? There's going to be a lot of things I think that are going to be similar and different, but one of the things that is going to be different about my channel and that I'm bringing to the table is that I'm not a teenager or quote-unquote a young adult anymore. I've been there and I've done that, quite literally. So because I'm 30, and I'm married and I have kids, and because of where I've been and what I've done in my life, that adds another layer of experience to the table that seems to be different than what other people have. And so, for better or worse, it is what it is, and I think we're gonna have fun. And if you got questions and I can answer them, I'd be glad to do that. Number 3, what are you most excited about for this new channel? I'm excited about a lot of things. I'm excited that I have a really good excuse to read and review books and bookish things, and to share them with other people, to share them with you, because that's something I've really missed out on. I don't have bookish friends. At least if I do, they're closet bookish friends. Oh, wicked is that? Anyway, so, I'm just really excited to build relationships with people, to, find out our similarities and our differences, and to discuss that with you, and the different things that we find in the stories that we read. So yeah, the relationships. Question number 4. Why do you love reading? I love reading because, there's the stock answer of you get to live all the different lives and experience different things that without having to spend a lot of money and go places physically. But more than that, I have what a lot of people would call an overactive imagination. And so when I read, I am very immersed in the story in the book, and I've not only am I experiencing it with the characters, but sometimes I smell and I hear and I taste, or I know that sounds really weird, doesn't it? But it's true, and I think that's what I love most about reading, is how vivid and alive the stories come to me, and how detailed everything is, even more so than, say, a movie or a show. And so I love it. I really love it. I love the whole aspect of how books literally come alive. So number 5. What book or series got you into reading? Early series I remember reading, like that I just wanted more of and more of, were the Forbidden Door series by Bill Myers or the Hardy Boys by Frank Dixon. But I don't remember which came first, or I'm not sure if that was, but that's what I remember, like, not being able to get enough of. And then there were audiobooks, and I discovered that they can be quite amazing, especially if you have a really good voice actor / narrator, or whatever you want to call them. And the 2 narrators that got me into audiobooks, really and truly, were Rob Ingalls, who did the Lord of the Rings trilogy unabridged, the Harry Potter series done by Jim Dale. And both of those gentlemen are absolutely fantastic when it comes to bringing literally a different voice to each character, and kind of the idiosyncrasies of those characters, I felt like. And so that was really cool. I discovered those in high school. And then I stopped reading for a while. There was a multiple year time span where I didn't read. I mean, it happened a little bit before, but it was definitely after my mom died. And because that was something that we both had a love for, was reading. And I just didn't do it for a few years after. Unless it was textbooks or legal, documents. But whatever. Point is, the books that got me back into reading for pleasure and enjoyment were, as silly and cliche as it may sound, were the Twilight series. And the plain and simple fact is, somebody asked me about it. I didn't know because I hadn't read it. And, the rest is history. The second book in the series, so no spoilers here, there's something that happens, and there was one word literally on each page. And when I read that, it really resonated with me. And there was an epiphany light bulb moment. Day, really, after I read that, it was like a whole day of just bulb after light bulb after light bulb. I realized that I had done some of the things the person had done, and anyway, yes. Don't cut yourself off. Don't do that to yourself. It's not good. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, question number 6. What questions would you ask your favorite booktubers? The questions that I would ask my favorite booktubers would be, what were some of the mistakes or curveballs that you made or were thrown your way whenever you were first getting started in booktubing, and that maybe I can avoid. I'd like to learn from your mistakes or mishaps. And then the second question is, what is your favorite obscure book or series? So yeah, I would like to know that. And then 3, would you be open to a collaboration with me? Yeah, I think we'd have fun. Question number 7. What challenges do you think you're going to experience when starting a booktube channel? And when I answered this question a month or 2 ago for myself, I thought it was going to be my need for control and my desire to have my perfectionist tendencies of wanting everything, all lined up in just a certain way. And I'm not saying that hasn't been a challenge, but it's not been as much of a challenge as finding a time to actually make these videos and the reviews, because I am a wife and mother, and of course then there's life and everything else that goes with it. So, you know, trying to do that when it's quiet enough and not having a ton of distractions for me or you has been quite interesting. Question number 8. When did you start reading? I started reading when I was 6. My parents had told me that I could go to the bookstore and pick out whatever Bible my heart wanted if I learned to read. And so, yes, incentive please. I had been wanting a certain Bible. It's right here. I've been wanting this one for a while. Loved the illustrations that were in this Bible. I don't know if y'all know what Precious Moments is or not, but it was like one of my favorite things when I was little, and I mean, I still like it a lot, but not to the extent I did. But anyway, and then there's like even little in the pages. Isn't that pretty cool? Anyway, question number 9. Where do you read? Do you want the short answer? The short answer is everywhere. I read bed, I read on the couch, I read at the table, the lavatory, I read in the backyard, outside, I read in the car, not while I'm driving. Don't read while I'm driving. Don't do it. That's dangerous. If I'm the passenger, I will read in the car. I've read in a tree, on a trampoline, while walking. Some of these aren't quite advisable, but I've done them. Will do them. Yeah. Anyway, pretty much just about anywhere you can think. I've probably read, even in the shower. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So, everywhere. I like to read. I love to read. And if I didn't read everywhere, I probably never would. Because if I was very particular in having a certain spot, then it just wouldn't happen with my life. So, yeah. And question number 10. What kind of books do you like to read? Genre-wise, I love fantasy. I love the worlds that different authors create, and the people and the creatures and the landscapes within them and the rules. I love how I love the diversity and the intrigue, and I love learning and experiencing all of that new each time. I also really enjoy dystopian and supernatural and romance and mystery, and what am I missing? Some contemporary. I guess really a genre I'm not super fond of is Western. I've read Western. It's just not my favorite. So, but yeah, if I had to pick one, it'd be fantasy. And I do read an exceptional amount of YA, but I don't really consider that a genre. So, yeah. So that's it for the 10 questions that I had today. If there is a question that you would like answered, or that I didn't get to that I should have, make sure to comment in this discussion below, and I will be glad to address it, answer it, whatever. So let me know. I'm so glad that you joined me today, and I'm very excited to go on this adventure with you. I hope that this was informative and kind of gave you a little bit more information about who I am and what we're gonna do. I'll post a video each week. I plan to do reviews and tags and maybe some interviews down the road would be fantastic. But there will be occasional video that's not bookish related. Make sure you like and subscribe so you don't miss out on the future adventures and shenanigans that I'm sure I'm going to be getting into. Do it with me. So have a great day and enjoy the story. Bye. 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 Bye.